Making headlines on this Saturday morning, December 18th. We are watching the weather today, giving you the latest updates on those damn conditions out there and much more. Your hyperlocal forecast on the way. Plus, New York's COVID cases are rapidly increasing. Over 20,000 positive cases just yesterday alone. Mass testing, at-home tests, mask mandates. We're going to tell you what you need to know in our continued fight to help stop the spread. Plus, it is just 1 week until Christmas, and today is Super Saturday. It's the day to get those last-minute gifts before the holidays, and the discounts are here. And thanks for waking up with News 12 Long Island. I'm Jackie Lucas. We're going to have more on those stories in just a minute. But first, happy Saturday, everyone. Let's check with meteorologist Craig Allen, who it's a at-home, watch those Christmas movies kind of day today.
That's right, yeah. I think staying in the house is probably a good thing to do today because it is chilly and it's going to be raining from time to time across the area today. You can see that right here. Now, I'm showing you basically that there is a winter weather advisory north of Interstate 84 here. It's not for Long Island. Long Island is going to be getting rain, but a chilly rain at that. So just one of those nasty days, basically. Radar showing all the rain. Yeah, a little bit heavier right around Roslyn over there, too, and you can see that. And mostly light rain, and there you can actually see the snow that's falling up there in Connecticut north of 84 up towards Danbury and also in the Hudson Valley. So that's what we're concerned with, mainly north. We'll still call it storm watch today because, hey, it's been beautiful for the last several days around here. But now you can see that we've got ourselves a day that's going to have occasional rain and drizzle and fog. Look at those temperatures. Look where they are now. We were close to 60 degrees for a couple days in a row. We're in the low 40s, and it's not going to budge very, very much from where we are now. In fact, it is about 10 to 20 degrees colder right now than it was out there just about 24 hours ago. So for today, we've got off and on rain across the area. Temperatures will stay, as I said, in the low 40s with an easterly wind coming in off the ocean. Our forecast, cloudy, it's a colder day, rain and drizzle. Rain will end tonight, and then we have a clearing sky for Sunday, but Sunday is cold. We'll talk more about that coming up. Jackie.
All right, Craig, thank you. And we start this morning with a COVID alert, a record-setting day in the state's fight against COVID, but it is not good news. A little more than 21,000 New Yorkers tested positive for the virus on Thursday. That is the most single-day cases ever in the state. And the numbers aren't much better here on our island. The 7-day average positivity rate has surpassed 8% for the first time since January, and more than 3,900 Long Islanders tested positive for COVID on Thursday. And with more information on our fight to help stop the spread, our Shauna Narayan breaks down New York's handling of the infectious spread and what our next steps are to contain COVID.
It feels like a never-ending roller coaster. And with the massive spike in COVID numbers, Long Island is taking extra precaution to keep safe.
It seems likely that in indoor environments, wearing masks is sensible right now and for the foreseeable future, at least in indoor environments with sizable groups of people.
Uniondale High School and East Rockaway Junior High School are the latest schools to go remote. Uniondale High School superintendent sent out a letter to parents stating they will be remote starting today and return in person after the holiday recess on Monday, January 3rd. A student from East Rockaway says she's not a fan of learning remote.
It was like the 9th period. Basically, they just told us that we were going remote to pack all our stuff.
How do you feel about that?
I hate it.
Governor Hochul spoke on CNN about the new portal plan where people can sign up and get at-home test kits sent to them.
We just ordered 1 million new test kits. They have arrived. We'd like to see them used in schools and universities in particular, but we have them available. We have another 1 million coming next week and another 1 million after that.
Since the COVID numbers are spiking back up again and the masks mandate have been in effect since Monday, this is making some Long Islanders reconsider their holiday plans.
I guess today I was thinking a little bit about it. I have a party over the weekend and I'm going to go, but I'll think about it a little bit more and be a little more cautious.
However, this woman says she will continue with her holiday plans.
Not at all. Nope. Okay. I'm going on with my life.
If I have to do this, in order to get out of the house and become a society again, a functioning society, this is the way we're going to have to go for now.
Hospital rates are up, and you may even notice longer lines at testing sites. In East Meadow, Shauna Narayan, News 12 Long Island.
Oh boy, we all trying to navigate through these crazy times. In response to the increase in these cases, Garden City Congresswoman Kathleen Rice is urging the state to reopen mass testing facilities at Jones Beach and Stony Brook University. Rice says mobile testing sites should also be opened in communities of color to give residents greater access to testing. Well, a major effort to protect Suffolk's South Shore from flood risks. A $1.7 billion federally funded project begins, aiming to protect 83 miles of shoreline from Fire Island Inlet to Montauk Point. The initiative includes beach renourishment, dune construction, and dredging of many inlets. Officials say it will help reduce coastal flood risk in Suffolk's most vulnerable areas.
They'll see the dredge. It'll be out in the ocean. There's a pump system that actually pulls the sand up from the bottom of the ocean, and then those pipes lead to the beach themselves, and that sand is pumped onto the beach at an appropriate profile, which protects from wave action and stuff like that.
Another part of this project includes raising homes in flood-prone areas. Right now, the Army Corps of Engineers is actually surveying which homes will be incorporated into this process. Once they determine the areas, they say they will be approaching homeowners in the near future. And we are getting a firsthand account of one Long Island family's experience with a pet store now being sued by the Attorney General. Jennifer Del Lima says she and her family brought Chester from Shake-a-Paw in Hicksville a few months ago. She says the boxer only weighed 26 pounds, was malnourished, had kennel cough, parasites, and conjunctivitis. As we reported, the Attorney General is suing Shake-a-Paw for violating state laws.
It's expensive. It's a lot of vet bills, and seeing somebody actually taking a stand to protect these animals is just great. It's very heartwarming, and I'm very happy.
Well, Chester is now at a healthy weight, but his owner says they are working with a trainer to help him not be so afraid. The AG's office says it's filed a motion for a temporary restraining order against Shake-a-Paw, and the order also freezes funds in bank accounts managed by Shake-a-Paw for restitution. Well, unions working together, honoring veterans across America. It's all part of what's called National Wreaths Across America Day. The mission to lay wreaths on the graves of our fallen vets at 2,000 cemeteries across the country, recognizing those who made the ultimate sacrifice. The event comes during the holiday season when many are feeling the loss of their loved ones who served. And the Civil Air Patrol's Long Island Senior Squad also preparing to do their part to participate. They'll be laying wreaths at Long Island National Cemetery and Farmingdale. Over 5,000 wreaths are expected to be laid today. If you would like to go and show your support, that begins at 12 o'clock this afternoon. Also happening today, a Christmas favorite, the Nutcracker. English Ballet and the Park Avenue Chamber Symphony teaming up for their annual performing of the holiday classic. The show is going to start at 2 o'clock. There's going to be another one at 7 o'clock tonight if you missed the earlier one. That is happening at the Tillis Center. And it's the final weekend before Christmas, and today is what's known in the retail industry as Super Saturday. An estimated 148 million Americans expected to shop either in store or online today, so that means lots of big discounts are up for grabs. Retail experts say this is the industry's last effort to get you to spend your money during the holiday season.
This year, Super Saturday is going to be the most important day of the year for retailers as they try to make sure they pull out all the stops and get all that business in.
If you already bought something but you see it for a better price, you can try to get the store to give you a credit for the difference. Just make sure you have your receipt. And if you are heading to the stores for last-minute gifts, be sure to visit news12.com first. We've got a guide with a few simple steps you can take to guard against COVID while out and about in those crowds. Better to be shopping indoors today, Craig Allen. I think it's a lot of like men shopping last minute.
That could be. That's right. No. We still have a week to go.
Yeah,
the men
exactly.
have
the day before.
That's right. The men have another week to go. Anyway, yes, it is going to be one of those days outside where it really isn't all that pretty. The warm weather is definitely over. A chilly rain and drizzle at times through the day today and even into tonight, clearing and windy, but it's going to be cold on your Sunday. Want to show you this again. It's a winter weather advisory. That's what we have headlined here. And notice it is all north of Interstate 84. That's where there could be sleet and snow and even some small accumulations the farther north you go, an inch or two up there. But Long Island is going to be in the 40s through the afternoon. Chilly, no doubt about it. It's not going to be pretty, but it's not going to snow here. If there's a little bit of sleet before this ends, I would not be surprised, but that's about it. It's a cold rain for most of the island. This is where you could obviously see some snowfall. It's in the 30s and continuing to fall. Winds, well, the reason the temperature started to take a drop overnight is because they have turned from the west and southwest, warm yesterday, to the northeast now across most of the island, and it will stay chilly. And as of now, even though a little bit of light rain is falling across the island, it's early, but there are no airport delays for anybody who's thinking of getting away. This is the weather system here, and you can see it. It's pretty, well, it shows up very well on radar, and as we close on in, you can actually see how well the snowfall shows up north of Interstate 84. In the pink is mixed precipitation, but Long Island is in the green. So it's a cold rain for the island today. Doppler radar showing a few heavier cells along and north of the expressway and right through the central portions of Suffolk County, and the mixed precip on up through central and northern sections of Connecticut. So on Futurecast, it's in and out of the rain. It's not going to be the steadiest rain all day, but in and out of rain. And when it's not raining, it's drizzling. And then every once in a while, it could get a little bit heavier. We're now into 11 o'clock at night, and there's still rain across the island here. Another batch of rain just before you get up on Sunday morning, and then watch how it clears out through Sunday afternoon. But it is windy and it is cold. Rainfall amounts, not so bad. So your forecast here, you can see as we go through the week, temperatures are going to be at or a little bit below normal, but it looks dry as we go into Christmas.
Welcome back to News 12. Let's get another check of the weather. Craig, this is the only time I wish that rain was actually snow.
That's right,
only time of the year.
This particular week, and of course last week with all those 50s and 60s out there, no one could even think about it at that particular point. But now we are definitely chillier. We will have snow north. I mean, I'm talking about mid-Hudson Valley on up towards Kingston and Albany and those areas. Long Island is going to have a chilly, nasty rain today with temperatures that have fallen from those 50s and 60s down into the low 40s already. And I don't think we're really going to budge all that much through the day. It'll probably stay just like that. You can see the core of the cold air well to the north of us, but it's siphoning on down. Actually, it's coming down from a north-northeasterly direction, so we will stay in the 30s north with some snowfall, and there's your north-northeasterly winds, whereas the island itself, winds off the sound, winds off the ocean, will keep it just about or a little bit below ocean temperatures, which are in the upper 40s now to around 50. So there's your rainfall. Here's the snow north of Interstate 84 and some mixed precip in the Hudson Valley. Most of the snow is falling in Connecticut right now. Not terribly heavy. It's a wet kind of a snow. Doppler radar showing the snowfall there north of 84, and it goes across into the Hudson Valley, and that's basically where it will stay. Little sleet could mix in here or there, but you can see the weather system continues all the way on down into Texas. We've got off and on rain scattered about the region through the day today. You can notice that sometimes it stops, and when it does stop, there's a little bit of drizzle. And then when it comes back down again, you saw those darker colors, it turns into kind of a nasty afternoon with some heavier rain. But Futurecast shows that by Sunday afternoon and right on into Monday, it turns out much better. So umbrellas, slow travel expected across the area today. If you're going north of 84, and for whatever reason, if you're going all the way on up towards 90 towards Albany, it could get very slippery. A heavier jacket for the next couple of days. Precip chances, though, after this goes by, really low through the course of the week. So for today, we're talking about temperatures that will be around 42 degrees, not 0, 42 degrees. East-northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour across the waters, 1 to 3 feet on the ocean, and the visibility 1 to 3 miles in that fog and rain and drizzle. Here's your 10-day forecast. It is a chilly, wet day today. Sunday is better but cold, and you can see winter begins at 10:59 on Tuesday.
All right, thank you. Now we turn to a Plainview girl making her mark as a published author. At age 9, Ria Arjun wrote a book titled The Adventure Begins. It's a compilation of 10 short stories, which was published last year. Ria is donating the proceeds from the book sales to sponsor the education of underprivileged students in her native India.
I feel that education is the most important in this day and age because it's the only wealth that we have that will stay with us forever. Tired?
Ria's book is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Google Books. Way to go. And a first for Long Island, a new center expected to enlighten, mentor, and help individuals with developmental disabilities and military veterans, now opening in Huntington Station next month. Located on Melville Road North, the 24,000 square foot facility will officially become the Rise in Spirit Community Arts Center. Its programs will focus on education, vocation, and recreation, from job training and mental health support to dance and art activities.
Instead of sitting in front of a TV, they're now going to be able to enjoy culture. Medicaid, Medicare does pay for some of it. But if somebody can't afford it, we will allow them to come in for free.
Suffolk County, home to the largest veterans population in the state. Our parent company Altice, a sponsor of some of the center's programs there as well. All right, the weekend before Christmas, there are plenty of ways to have some fun ahead of the holidays. Here's a look at some free fun here on the island. Riverhead's annual holiday parade and bonfire taking place today. The parade kicks off at 3 o'clock, starts at Griffin Avenue, and ends at the riverfront with the bonfire. There's also caroling, hot chocolate, candy canes, and more. And Santa, I hear, is going to be making an appearance as well. And this morning, starting at 11:30 until 12:45, there's a seal walk on Cupswag Beach. The event, a little over a mile long, will have the opportunities to observe, photograph, and of course learn about Long Island's aquatic wildlife. Registration for this fun event for the family and nature walk is required, though. All right, checking our entertainment headlines now. Well, if you haven't gone to see the Christmas Spectacular starring the Rockettes, you're gonna have to wait until next year. The 2021 season came to an early end yesterday after a COVID outbreak. The magic was not supposed to come to an end until January 2nd. The cancellations affect ticket holders for the 40+ performances that remain. Refunds will be offered. And a number of Broadway shows also canceled performances this week for the same reason, COVID cases. 2 nights ago, Moulin Rouge was canceled after a late COVID case was confirmed right before the show. Some people were already sitting in their seats before being told that they had to leave. Mrs. Doubtfire and Hamilton also announced canceled shows through tomorrow. All right, still ahead right here on News 12. We are in Storm Watch tracking today's dreary weather out there. Rain boots and umbrellas. Yeah, meteorologist Craig Allen's going to break it all down for us. Plus, Chef Vinny is back to show us how to make a delicious recipe ready for your Christmas dinner table. More news and weather ahead after this.
News 12's closed captioning is brought to you by Earworks Audiology. Celebrate with us our 20th anniversary as the sound choice for better hearing.